Okay, so a very good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so today I'll be continuing with the class on Unit 1. Okay, so today will be my last class for this unit, and I'll be taking on the topic on levels of prevention. Okay, so I'll be sharing my slides. Okay, so I'll be discussing on the various levels of disease prevention. Okay, so any one of you can say, what do you mean by prevention? What do you
Ma'am,
mean by
prevention.
prevention? Yes, yes.
Yes, ma'am. Prevention means, ma'am. Prevention means we give we take medicine or we take treatment to
Yeah, yeah.
prevent to grow of disease, ma'am. मतलब disease को grow करने के लिए हम लोग नहीं देते उसको मतलब
Okay,
रोकथाम
okay. Like for
मतलब
example,
उसको
in the
prevent
last
करने के लिए,
class, we
ma'am.
have discussed about vaccination. Yes. So vaccination is also one form of prevention. Okay. So actually, in this, prevention means something that we do in order to prevent or in order to make sure that anything it does not happen in the future. So we are trying to do prevention. And there's a saying, if you, I think everyone must have heard of this. Prevention is better than cure. Yes or no? I think you have heard, right? This one. Prevention is better than cure. So prevention is like
Yes,
something
ma'am.
which we do before even something happened, we are trying to stop it. So that is the meaning of the word prevention. Okay. So actually in this, if you see, we have mainly four levels. Okay. We have the primordial prevention, primary prevention, secondary prevention, and the tertiary prevention. So all these four levels I'll be explaining in details one by one. Okay. So what is the main goal of medicine if you see in general? Okay, so the main goal of medicine is to promote health, okay, to preserve the health, to restore the health, and to minimize the suffering and distress. Okay, so all these goals are embodied in the word prevention. So how is it related to prevention? All these 4 points you will be knowing later. Okay, so if you see the word promote health, so this it comes under your primordial prevention. Okay, so primordial prevention is something which we do before anything happens, like if you remember, if I have mentioned previously about the risk factors. Okay, so like how our risk factors is one of the main thing or the main causes of any disease. Like if that risk factors it is not being treated at a very early type, or if you don't stop, or if you don't develop any good habit, or if you don't uh, this one.
Huturo ka na pong umay.
Please mute
Sabi,
your,
inusudabi
okay, please mute your audio. Don't disturb the class. Okay. So the first thing to promote health. So this thing, it comes mainly, it is related to your primordial prevention. To preserve health, this comes under your primary prevention. To restore health, it comes under your tertiary. And to minimize suffering and distress, it comes under your this one, a tertiary. So how is it related? I'll be discussing it when we go through one by one. Okay. So if you see, what does it mean by the word prevention? So prevention is defined as an activities, okay, which is designed to protect the patients or any other members, patients also, or we can say to protect the people, okay, if you see in general, of the public from the actual or potential health threats, okay, and their harmful consequences. Now, very simple example of preventions, like some of you have already said, it is like, for example, is vaccination. Okay, vaccination is, why do we give vaccination? To prevent from that particular disease or any microorganism. For example, vaccination for poliomyelitis, we give to prevent polio, which is a very common this one problems which occurs among the children. And we give this one vitamin A. Why? Because to prevent blindness. Okay, as it is known that by giving vitamin A, it helps in prevention of the blindness. Okay, so all this thing, it is a simple thing or activities that we do in order to prevent or protect. When we say the word actual, so actual means these are that factors which is actually there. Okay, like potential means these factors they are not there, but if proper care it is not taken, then there is a possibilities that these factors also they might come into action. That is the meaning of the word potential. Potential means it has not actually happened, but there is a chance that it might happen if proper care or if proper this thing is not given. Okay. Or prevention is the action which is aimed at eradicating, eliminating, or minimizing the impact of a disease or disability. Because as we know that as an individual, we are exposed to so many viruses, we don't even know, okay, like so many threats, okay, be it your physical threat, your mechanical threats. So prevention is what simple thing which we do in order to protect against all those, okay. And the main aim of prevention activities is eradicating. Eradicating means totally we are going to eradicate. Like then eliminating also is similar to eradicating. We are trying to eliminate or destroy, okay. Or we can, even though sometimes it happen in situation like, even though we might not be able to totally eradicate that problem, but we can at least minimize the impact, okay, or we can minimize the suffering. So these are the things which comes under the words prevention, okay. So it is all those activities which we do in order to protect the people or any other members in the society from any harmful disease or from any conditions, okay. So this is the meaning of the word prevention, okay. So we have the 4 levels, I think I have said, okay. We have the primordial prevention, we have the primary, secondary, and the tertiary, okay. So we'll be seeing one by one. So coming to the primordial, okay. So prevention of development of risk factors. So you have to remember the word development of risk factors. So here what happened, the risk factors, it has not yet developed. Like I have given a simple example, like suppose we all know that the people, once they become like this thing, when they grow in an adult, and if they are not maintaining their diet, if they are eating all the junk foods, if they are smoking, then what happened to that individual or to that adult? They have a very high chance that they will be at risk, okay. They will be at risk for many heart disease, or they might be at risk for many type of cancer, or they might be at risk for so many other problems. So here what happened, so what happens? So we know that suppose adult individual, they are at risk for all this obesity, hypertension. So what do? What is the main intervention we do here? We go to that particular, supposed to the particular, we can organize some small health education or small health talk where we can talk to the adult people that, okay, so you all are, since you're in adult years, so there are so many chances that you all might have, because of the habit also, they might not eat healthy, they might have the habit of eating outside after the college hours, they might not do exercise, they might have the habit of smoking. So all this what happened, if you don't maintain, if you don't develop a good habit, you'll be having a very high chance of developing so many problems, okay, or so many things like heart disease or lung cancer, in a sense we can say. So this is the main thing which we do in primordial. Primordial prevention means it is the activities which is done to prevent development of risk factors, okay. So this is the meaning of the word primordial prevention, okay. Then if we come to the word, so the main interventions, or what intervention means, what it is something which we do, okay, or activities. So what can we do here? We can give some health education, or we can give, in a simple word, we can say it is in health talk, where we go to that particular area where, and we can arrange some meeting with the youths or with the adult individual, and we can tell them about what are the health hazards of eating or the eating junk food, or what are the health hazard or of smoking or sedentary lifestyles. All those factors we can explain, okay. So by doing that, we are preventing them from developing any risk factors, okay. So the next thing is we call as the primary prevention, okay. Here in primary prevention, what happen mostly, the risk factors might be there during this time, but what we need to do is to prevent the development of the disease because of those risk factors. So all those, or we try to prevent any possibility that the disease, whatever it is, it might not occur. So that is the main definition of primary. So it is the action which is taken prior to the onset of the disease. Here what happened, the risk factors is already there. For example, a person is exposed to continuously, they are exposing to a very dirty environment, or they are not able to get a very clean water for drinking. So what happened? That is a risk. That means they are having high risk of getting what? Cholera, diarrhea. So what happened? In order to, what do we do in primary preventions? So we try to help the individual in order to prevent or to remove that possibility that disease will occur. That means we will try to prevent the occurrence of that disease. So that is the meaning of the word primary prevention. Okay, so by seeing the risk factors, we will try to prevent the possibilities of occurrence of a disease. So here also, what are the intervention or the actions which we can do is like health education. We can do some environmental modification. How can we do that? Suppose if we can see that the people are living in a very dirty area, a very this one, and even the drain is very stagnant. So what can we do here? We can clean it. We can at least tell them to keep the environment clean, drink clean water, boil your water before you drink at least, or you can use filter. Okay, or you can even give so many other things which will help them in order to prevent any disease occurrence. So that is the meaning of the word primary interventions, okay, or primary prevention. Okay, so just these two things you have to remember. In primordial, we do it before the occurrence of risk factors, but in primary, the risk factors is already there. But how what we do is we do something in order to prevent the occurrence of a disease. Okay, so even in primary prevention, actually, like some other examples I can give is like, for example, some of you have mentioned about immunization. So immunization is also one of the main thing which we do in order to give the primary prevention. Okay, so these are some of the examples. So all this you can go through. Okay, like for example, using of specific nutrients or supplementations. Like even last time also have given the example of how we use uh, iodized salt. Okay, so why do we give iodized salt? Because it is seen that goiter, why does people have goiter or enlarge this one? If you see the enlarge of the gland, okay, because it happened because of lack of iodine. So what is the main intervention done? Simple intervention is they will try to add this iodine in the salt. Okay, so that is something which they do. That is called as like supplementation. Supplementation is like adding something. Okay, so or another example is how every day now people are taking some vitamin supplements. Okay, then all this thing comes into action under your primary prevention. Okay, and even for primary prevention also, we usually have two approaches which we deal. We have the mass approach or the high risk. So in mass approach, what do we do? Our main aim is directed, or we are the thing, whatever action, whatever activities, we are doing it for all the population. We are not saying, okay, these people, they are having high risk, these people are not having any high risk. Okay, so all those we are not doing. We are giving the interventions for all the people, or we are giving the activities for the entire population. Okay, and the next thing is called high risk. That means high risk, we are going to take only those people who are really having a very high chance. Suppose a person having a family history, or if someone from their family is having diabetes. So obviously, if you remember in the previous class, I have discussed like how disease like diabetes also, it can be transmitted from one generation to another, or from the parents to the children. So if you know that those people are having a family history of diabetes, so you know that those people are high risk. So here we will try to focus on them, or we will try to give them health education. We will try to advise them how that, okay, we'll tell them, okay, you all are, since you have someone from your family having diabetes, so you have to really take care of your health. You have to eat healthy, you have to go for a regular checkup, do exercise, because there's a high chance that later in your life you might develop diabetes like your parents or like your grandparents. So that is the meaning of this high risk strategy. So in population strategy, we are going to do it for the entire population. There is no distinction. But in high risk, we are going to take only those people who are really having the chance of developing the disease, or who are having the risk factors. Okay. Then if we come to secondary, what happened here? The disease already occurred. Okay. But still, doesn't mean that since the disease happened, we are not going to do anything about it, right? So in secondary prevention means all these are all those actions which we do to prevent the progress of a disease, okay, at its early stage, and prevents the complications. Like, for example, that's why we always used to say, like if a person have a very high risk of getting cancer, So what do we do? First of all, what we'll do, we will try to tell them, okay, that since you are smoking or since you are taking this, so you might have a very high chance of developing cancer. So if suppose if still the individual, they are still continuously, they are smoking. So, but later on what happened? The disease developed. So still it doesn't mean that, especially now, it's like, if you know about, especially about cancer, nowadays, if the people are being treated at an early stage, a person can still survive for a few more years, okay? So we will try to tell them like how, that's why what happened now, if you see, in many area, or especially for people who are like old age people, what do we always tell them? You have to always go for at least twice in a year, you have to go for health checkup, because what happened, they are very high risk for so many disease, be it cancer, be it your communicable disease, so be it so many other problems. So what happened, if something happens, even though we cannot prevent it, it might happen, but if you treat it at a very early stage, but there's a chance that because of that there's a less uh, consequences, or less, or this one, consequences might happen because of that disease. So in secondary prevention, what happened, remember that the disease has already occurred, but we will try to prevent it, okay, or we will try to treat it at a very early stage. So here what also comes into function is, we call it as the early diagnosis and treatment, okay? For example, I can give a simple example, is like for cancer. Suppose if you all know that cancer of the suppose cancer of the breast, cancer of the breast is a very common cancer among the women, okay? So, and what do we do? So since we are all girls or all women, especially after 45 years or after 30 45 years, because of the hormonal imbalance or because of menopause, they might have so many hormonal imbalances, and because of that there's very high chance of developing this breast cancer. So what do you do in order to prevent it, okay? So people, they are going for this one twice in like they used to do early screening, okay? Like they will do go for screening for this breast cancer, they will do some checkup, and because of that, if you do it at the early stage, then it will prevent the this one, it will prevent further development of the cancer. So that things comes into action, okay, when we talk about secondary prevention. So you have to remember the word early diagnosis and treatment, okay? So this thing is very important in your secondary prevention, okay? Then here the main interventions are like your early diagnosis, like your screening, your like breast self-examination. This is done for in order to prevent breast cancer, okay? So we have to teach them what are the steps, okay, especially to the young adolescent girls. So when they are in school only, they should know, okay, what are the signs and symptoms of breast cancer. So all this will be done, okay? Then all those another like pap smear test, this is done for cervical cancer, okay? Cervical cancer is also very most common cancer among the women, okay? Then radiographic examinations, like suppose mammography, okay? Mammography is also done in order to investigate for any lumps, breast lumps, all those, okay? And if so what, and if they have, even though if they have the problems, so we will try to provide adequate treatment. And if something is there which cannot be managed in that particular hospital or in that particular area, we will use to do referral. Referral is like transferring from one area to another. Suppose a patient is being treated at GMCH, but since in that GMCH they are not able, it's because of lack of medical facilities, so they are not able to treat that patient there. So they are going to refer it to another hospital with a more super specialized medical facilities. Okay, that is a like simple example of the word referral. Okay, so if you remember in secondary, means you have to remember the word early diagnosis and treatment. So this is a thing which comes in your secondary prevention. Okay, so if you come tertiary prevention here, it is the use when the disease has advanced, okay, beyond the early stage. That means it has already proceed even the early stage, okay? It is in the very, so like we can say sometimes we can say it is during the last stage of life, or when the example, if we see in the term of cancer, it is where the cancer already spread from one part to different part of the body, okay? That is a simple example I can give about tertiary prevention. So here, what does it mean, tertiary prevention? It is all those measures which is available to limit the impairments or disabilities, to minimize the suffering which is caused by existing departure from good health, and to promote the patient's adjustment to immediate condition. Okay, here, for example, a person with, suppose for example of a person with this one, cancer. So because of that cancer, what happened? They might, suppose if a person have any, or this one, cancer of the bone. So because of the cancer, they might have to cut some part of the bones or some part of the limbs. Okay. So because of that, what happened? The persons might have some disability, right? So, or some limitation, even be it physical movement. So all these things, it comes into the this one under the tertiary prevention. So here our main aim in tertiary prevention is to help the people cope up with that disability, or how they should be able to continue with their life even if they are having that disability or all those things. So that's why in order to deal with all this, we have this rehabilitation center where still people, even though they are having that problem, we try to help them in order to cope, to live with that this one condition, or how we help them in order to how to work again. We give them some prosthetics. If you know prosthetics, you know, right, where they used to give them like artificial limb or artificial hand. Okay, so this comes into action, tertiary prevention. So in tertiary prevention, what does it mean? It means disability, limitations, and rehabilitation. Okay, so these are the main things which we focus in your tertiary prevention. Okay, so these are the 4 main levels of prevention. They are primordial prevention, which is done that to prevent occurrence of any risk factors. Then we have the primary prevention. Here the risk factors are there, but we will try to do activities in order to prevent occurrence of any disease. And if we talk about the secondary, means here what does it comes? The disease already occurred, but we will try to do this early diagnosis and treatment, so that even if the disease is there, so that the consequences, at least it will be a bit less. Okay, then tertiary prevention, this is usually it is at the very last stage. Okay, and the main interventions we do here is like we teach the people how to live with a disability. Okay, whether this, then we have some rehab centers. So all this are the main important levels of disease prevention. Okay, so anyone have any question? I hope everyone is still there.
Ma'am, promote the patient adjustment to
Irremediable
irremediable
condition. What
conditions.
happens? Suppose, for example, I have given a person who have lost his limb because of cancer. Okay, so that is nothing, because once you lost your limb, you cannot. It is nothing which will grow back. Yes or no? And he
Yes, ma'am.
cannot go back to his normal life again with that. So that is the meaning of the word irremediable condition. Okay, something which cannot revert back, or which cannot go back to the original this thing. Okay. So like we help people. That's why no, we have this rehab center. We have, and in the rehab center, people who are losing their limbs, they help them. They give them some artificial legs, artificial hand. I think you must have seen, na? And now too, with advance in the technology, they even used to do this transplant. Have you seen? They used to do hand transplant. Face transplant is also there, where they will transplant,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
with that
Ma'am,
transplantation, the people can use the limb again.
okay, ma'am. The main is ma'am limit disability and rehabilitation समझ में आया, लेकिन मैम in case of disease के condition में हम लोग कैसे prevent करेंगे tertiary prevention में disease in case of disease tertiary prevention in case of disease में मतलब
That's
disease
what in
बहुत
tertiary
progress हो गया
prevention what
advance हो गया.
happened. It is the last stage. Suppose cancer. Okay, so it is a stage where the person already is in the last stage of cancer. So what happens? Nothing much can be done during the tertiary prevention, but we will try to help to cope up with that disability, means like with that problem. But this is usually, it is the last stage of prevention. Okay. Okay, so we try to help the people cope up. Suppose a person with cancer. So we used to try to how to help them, how to die peacefully, or we will help them all those. Okay. So this is the meaning of the word tertiary. Tertiary is in the last stage of any disease or any condition. It is pura last stage. Here already the person have already this one already reached beyond the early stage. Okay. Any other question?
मैम
Yes.
मैम फर्स्ट मतलब आपने बताया था कि मतलब प्रिवेंशन मींस इरेडिकेशन एलिमिनेशन एंड मिनिमाइजेशन मतलब मैम आई थिंक प्रिवेंशन जो मीनिंग है प्रिवेंशन का डेफिनेशन है, मतलब उसमें हम लोग डिजीज इरेडिकेट कर देंगे। कुछ कुछ डिजीज मतलब हम लोग इरेडिकेशन किया है तो उसको भी हम लोग प्रिवेंशन बोलते हैं, वन काइंड ऑफ प्रिवेंशन।
Yeah, that is also
दिस आल्सो
like
प्रिवेंशन।
yes. For example, is that immunization. Okay, so immunization is also one of the factors. Like suppose if we give proper immunization, if you know about smallpox, actually, smallpox is a very infectious disease before in the olden days. But now, if you know smallpox, it is pura eradicated in our country. And how does it happen? Because of the help of vaccination. Okay, so that is also one of the simple example I can give about this eradication. Okay.
Ma'am, then what is the difference between primary in prevention and primordial prevention? In primary prevention,
Primary is some
we take action.
primordial means
Start.
risk factors is also still the people are not having the risk factors. Okay, but in primary the people are already having the risk factors, but we will try to prevent them from developing any disease because of the risk factors. Okay, suppose an adult, okay, a very young adult, okay, boys. So boys, do you know, they might have the habit of smoking and all. So the person that during the premortem, he might not smoke, okay, but you know that they have a high chance in the later life because of peer involvement, they might smoke, okay, all those things. So you'll give the advice during that time, okay. So you'll tell him, okay, because you should not smoke, and because of smoking, you might develop so many lung disease, you might develop cancer. So all those things we will tell during the premordial prevention. And in the primary, what happened? The person he already starts smoking. Okay. So, but what happened here also, we will try to tell him that you have to stop smoking or reduce the amount of cigarette, or entirely you should stop smoking, because if you continue, you might develop the disease. Okay, so this is the main difference between primordial. Primordial means something where even the risk factors has not yet taken place, but in primary, the risk factors is there. Okay, so that is the main
Ma'am,
difference between. Yes.
just like मैम हम लोग स्कूल लेवल में हेल्थ एजुकेशन
That's why you know.
वगैरह देते हैं ना, वो प्राइमरी।
Okay, like we know that because of that we used to go to some, if you say NGOs or some organization, they used to go to some schools. They will teach about all this related to not only to smoking, so many other. Suppose HIV/AIDS, for example. Okay, HIV/AIDS also they used to teach about HIV/AIDS. What are the things which you need to prevent? Okay, so all these things it is done during the for premordial prevention. Primary means the people are already having the risk. Like for example, I have told you now, a person, suppose if the family members, if they are having hypertension, if his mother have hypertension, so obviously that child also he will have the chance of developing hypertension in his later life. So he is like high risk. So what we do, we try to tell him what are the things, what are the food he should eat, how many times he have to go for checkup, what are type of how he have to maintain his lifestyle, exercise. So all this comes under your primary prevention. Okay.
मैम वो मतलब सेकेंडरी प्रिवेंशन में आपने
Secondary
इंटरवेंशन में
means
बताया
it
था
is
कि
some
पे
secondary
आपने सुना है
means
मैम
here the disease already occurred.
टेस्ट।
Okay, disease already occurred, and what we do here, we have to treat, even though the disease, even if it occurs, but we try to treat it at the earlier stage. That's why we repeatedly used to say now, like to people to go for regular checkup, especially for old age people, or even for people having a very high risk. Okay, so even if the disease is there, but at least the person will have a very good chance of survival, or he might again his life expansion might be more compared to the previous thing. Okay, so that is the main thing of secondary. And tertiary, it is put in the last stage. Okay, like happy to it's already the person is already beyond the early stage. So these are the four main important points. Okay.
ओके मैम, जस्ट पैप स्मीयर टेस्ट क्या था वो पैप स्मीयर
Oh,
टेस्ट?
pap smear test. This is mostly done for this cervical cancer. Okay, in women. Okay, so they will take, especially women who are like sexually active, if they're having multiple sexual partners. Okay, so this pap smear we used to do. Okay, so they will check whether they have that HPV virus, humanopapilloma virus. Okay, so that's one of the main virus which causes cervical cancer among women. So they will take a smear in from the cervix. If you know the anatomy of the reproductive system, okay, so from the cervix they will be taking the sample. Okay, so like that they
Okay,
will
ma'am.
check there whether they have the virus or not. For cervical cancer, it is mostly done. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I hope everyone is clear. Okay, so today is my last class for you all. Okay, so if you still have any more doubts in between, you can ask me even in the WhatsApp group. We have one WhatsApp group also. You can text me and you can ask. Okay. So
Okay,
I
ma'am.
hope everyone is clear with all the previous topics also. So the notes also, this note also I'll be sharing in the group. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you.
stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am.